The council chamber of the galaxy was filled with light from thousands of stars. Alien leaders from hundreds of worlds watched quietly as Earth's representatives stepped forward. Their eyes were sharp, their expressions cold, but humanity stood proud. On the platform, the prototype of Earth's newest starship shimmered, sleek and strange. Unlike anything the galaxy had seen, it looked small and weak compared to other massive ships. The aliens whispered to each other, mocking the humans silently. "This is what you call a warship?" one of the council members asked, his voice full of disbelief. "It is barely larger than a shuttle. It will never survive even a single battle." Laughter echoed softly around the chamber, a sound humans had never heard before. The chief scientist of Earth, Dr. Ilara Vance, felt her heart beat faster. She knew the ship looked ordinary, almost fragile, but inside, it carried power and technology that could change everything. She stepped forward, holding her calm. "Members of the council, you may see a small ship, but Project Origin is more than size," she said, her voice steady. "It represents humanity's ingenuity, our will to survive, and our hope for peace in the galaxy." The aliens barely hid their smirks. As the council laughed openly, a young engineer named Jace muttered under his breath, "They have no idea what they are looking at." The prototype hummed softly behind them, almost as if it could hear, its systems running quietly, waiting for the moment it would prove everyone wrong. Some aliens approached the ship, touching its hull with curiosity mixed with contempt. "This design is ridiculous," one said. "The engines are too small, the shields are weak, it will never last." The humans watched, holding their silence, their pride quietly burning. Then something strange happened. The ship's lights flickered for a moment, small sparks running along the hull. The aliens jumped back in surprise. "What is this?" one cried, but the humans knew it was not a malfunction, it was only the beginning. The council decided to ignore Earth for now, thinking there was no threat. "Let them play with their toy," an alien leader said, waving dismissively. "We have bigger worlds to worry about." Humanity left the chamber quietly, their faces calm, hiding the excitement that burned inside. Outside the council, in Earth's orbit, the prototype moved on its own, scanning systems, testing engines, preparing for the day it would show the galaxy its true power. Dr. Vance watched from the control room, her eyes wide. "They will regret laughing at us," she whispered. Meanwhile, secret transmissions reached some corners of the galaxy. Rogue scouts reported unusual readings near Earth. They did not know what they had seen, but something about the prototype made their systems alert. The galaxy might laugh now, but it would not be long before it would fear Earth. On Earth, children played under the stars, unaware of the galactic mockery. Their parents spoke quietly about Project Origin, a machine meant to defend, a symbol of hope. Humanity was small, weak, and underestimated, yet they had the heart of a giant. As the sun set, painting the sky in orange and purple, the prototype rested quietly in the docking bay, waiting. The mockery of the galaxy was just the first step. Soon, the universe would see that Earth's so-called failed design was humanity's greatest weapon. The first chapter of Project Origin had begun, and though the galaxy laughed, the humans knew a storm was coming. They were ready, and their creation was ready too. Humanity may be mocked, but their journey was only beginning. Far beyond the crowded stars of the Council, Earth's secret space station hovered quietly, hidden in the shadow of a small asteroid. Inside, Project Origin prepared for its first real test, its systems humming softly, a quiet promise of power. Dr. Ilara Vance and her team watched the monitors with anticipation. Every sensor, every reading mattered. They had spent years designing, building, and programming this prototype, knowing that the galaxy would never take them seriously until it worked. The engines roared to life, quiet at first, then steadily louder. The ship lifted slowly from its dock, its shields glowing faintly in the darkness. Jace, the young engineer, could hardly contain his excitement. "It's beautiful," he whispered, "and it will change everything." The prototype moved into open space, faster than any human ship had ever gone. Its shields held strong, absorbing the tiniest micrometeors without damage. The team smiled, but their eyes were sharp, waiting for any sign of failure. Then the prototype performed a maneuver no one expected, spinning and twisting with a grace that seemed impossible. The instruments lit up with readings that even Dr. Vance had not predicted. It was faster, smarter, and more powerful than anyone had imagined. Unbeknownst to the humans, a small alien scout ship had been observing Earth's outer systems. Curious about the faint signals, the scout watched as Project Origin accelerated, dodging simulated attacks. The aliens whispered in disbelief, "Is this planet serious?" Jace activated the prototype's weapon systems in simulation mode. The ship responded instantly, its targeting precise, almost too perfect. "It's like it's alive," he said, staring in awe. Dr. Vance nodded. "Not alive, but but it learns quickly, it adapts. Suddenly, the scout ship tried to move closer, curious and reckless. The prototype detected the ship instantly, sending a signal that was harmless but startling. The scout ship shuddered, its systems flickering, and then it fled, faster than it had come. The humans watched the monitors, their hearts racing. They knew that the galaxy would notice now, sooner than they expected. Even a small scout could report the strange power of Earth's prototype. The laughter of the council would not last much longer. Jace turned to Dr. Vance, excitement in his voice. "They are going to come, aren't they?" She nodded slowly. "Yes, but when they do, they will see that we were never weak." The prototype rested briefly, sensors scanning the stars for more movement. Earth itself seemed quiet, as if holding its breath. The team knew that this first test had proven something important. The prototype was not just a ship, it was a symbol, a statement, a weapon that could protect the small and humble planet. The scout had disappeared, but the warning it carried would reach far corners of the galaxy. A storm was coming, and Earth's failed design was ready, waiting to show its true power. The humans had built more than a ship. They had built hope, and now the galaxy would have to pay attention. As the station's lights dimmed for the night, Dr. Vance looked at the glowing prototype, proud and anxious. The first test was over, but the real challenge had only just begun. Humanity had taken the first step, and the universe would soon feel their presence. The stars above Earth were calm, but far beyond the atmosphere, alien fleets moved like shadows, massive ships glinting in the cold light of distant suns. They had received the scout's warning and were coming to see for themselves. On Earth, the team at the space station watched the monitors nervously. The warning signals were clear. Fleets of unknown size and strength were approaching. Jace clenched his fists. "They are here," he whispered, "and they think we are weak." Project Origin was ready, its systems fully charged, engines humming with quiet power. Dr. Vance stood at the command panel, her hand steady, her mind sharp. "Remember, we are small, but we are smart. We can outthink them," she said. The first alien ships appeared on the scanners, sleek and enormous. They moved confidently, believing Earth would surrender easily. The humans watched as the fleet closed in, tension rising with every passing second. Jace activated the prototype's defense simulations. The ship responded instantly, shields flaring, weapon systems online. It was small, but agile, moving in ways the massive alien ships could not predict. The aliens fired first, energy beams cutting through space, but Project Origin dodged, twisting and spinning, the shots passing harmlessly. The humans cheered quietly, knowing that their failed design was already proving its worth. Dr. Vance gave calm instructions. Use the environment, use their weight against them. The prototype darted between asteroids, weaving through debris, drawing the alien ships into traps they could not see. Their arrogance was their weakness. A small group of alien vessels was destroyed in the prototype's simulated strikes, not with brute force, but with cleverness, precision, and speed. The galaxy had mocked Earth, but now even the smallest victories began to earn respect. On board the alien flagship, commanders shouted in disbelief. How can a planet produce such a weapon? Their sensors could not understand the speed, the tactics, or the sudden power of this human creation. Meanwhile, Earth civilians watched live broadcasts, or in their eyes, children pointed at the stars, dreaming of heroes. Parents whispered quietly, proud that humanity was finally proving itself. The failed design was now a symbol of courage. As the prototype completed its maneuvers, a massive shadow appeared at the edge of the system. The flagship of the alien council itself, larger and deadlier than anything the humans had seen. Its approach was slow but certain. Dr. Vance's voice was calm but firm. "This is what we prepared for. Stay focused. The real test begins now." The prototype systems glowed brighter, engines flaring, ready to meet the challenge head-on. The galaxy's laughter was gone, replaced by fear. Jace looked at the approaching warship, his heart pounding. "We can do this," he said, almost to himself. Dr. Vance nodded, eyes on the screen. "We must, or everything we built will be lost." The moment had come for humanity to truly show its strength. Above Earth, the prototype waited silently, agile, clever, and ready. The first contact was no longer a test. It was a battle of wits, courage, and survival. The galaxy had underestimated humanity, and it would soon regret it. The alien flagship loomed over Earth's orbit like a dark mountain, its hull massive and foreboding. Every sensor on Project Origin flared as it scanned the enemy. The humans knew they faced the most dangerous ship they had ever seen. Dr. Vance stood at the command console, calm but focused. "Remember what we trained for, brains over size, agility over strength," she said. The team nodded, every hand steady, every mind sharp. The flagship fired first, massive energy beams slicing through space. Project Origin darted between blasts, shields flaring, moving faster than anyone thought possible. The aliens were confident, but their size made them slow and predictable. Jace shouted from the control panel, "I've got an opening, starboard side." The prototype twisted and spun, moving through a narrow asteroid field, drawing the massive ship closer. Using clever tactics, it turned the environment into a weapon. Small alien fighters tried to block the prototype, but it dodged them easily, striking back with targeted energy pulses, disabling engines without destroying lives. Humanity fought not just to win, but to survive, to show the galaxy their worth. The flagship unleashed a strange new weapon, an energy net designed to trap the prototype, but Project Origin adapted instantly, shields adjusting, engines flaring, slipping through the attack like water through fingers. The humans watched in awe at their own creation. Dr. Vance's voice was steady. "We are not just fighting them, we are teaching them a lesson. Think, move, act together." The crew followed every instruction, their hearts racing but their minds clear, every move precise, every decision critical. The flagship's weapons fired again, but the prototype used clever feints, drawing the massive beams past empty space. The aliens could not anticipate a mind that thought faster than machines. Faster, smarter, unpredictable. Project Origin became more than a ship, it became a symbol. Suddenly, a warning flashed on the screen. The flagship had targeted Earth itself. Cities and populations were at risk. Dr. Vance's face tightened. "We have to protect the planet, no mistakes," she said. Hands moved quickly, controls flashing. The prototype adjusted to shield Earth. The flagship roared, energy exploding around it. But Project Origin's tactics were perfect. Using speed, intelligence, and careful calculation, it diverted attacks, protected civilians, and countered the enemy simultaneously. The humans held their breath, waiting for the next move. Then the prototype executed a daring maneuver, attacking the flagship in a pattern no one expected. Energy pulses struck precise weak points, causing chaos in the enemy ship systems. The massive vessel shuddered, its crew in panic. Jace looked at Dr. Vance, wide-eyed. "It's working, they're falling apart," she nodded, a proud smile crossing her face. "This is what we built for, brains over brawn, courage over fear." Humanity's resolve was stronger than the galaxy had imagined. Above Earth, the prototype glowed in space, agile, powerful, clever, and unstoppable. The flagship faltered, slowing, retreating slightly. The humans had held their ground, proving that even a small planet could challenge the mightiest in the galaxy. As the stars glimmered in silence, the humans knew the fight was not over, but they had sent a clear message. Earth was not weak, and Project Origin was not just a weapon. It was humanity's courage made real. The galaxy would never underestimate them again. The alien flagship limped away from Earth's orbit, systems sparking, engines failing. The massive ship that had once threatened the planet now retreated, its crew shocked, confused, and afraid. They had underestimated a small world and paid the price. On Earth, the team at the space station cheered quietly, hearts racing. Dr. Vance smiled, pride shining in her eyes. "We did it," she whispered. "Humanity has shown them what we are capable of." The prototype glowed softly in orbit, calm and powerful. Messages from across the galaxy poured in, other civilizations watching the battle unfold. They had expected an easy victory over a primitive world. But instead, they witnessed brilliance, courage, and strategy beyond imagination. Earth had earned respect, and perhaps even fear. Civilians on the planet looked to the skies, their faces filled with wonder. Children dreamed of flying among the stars, inspired by the courage of their planet. Parents whispered to each other, proud that humanity had survived, proud that Project Origin had become a beacon of hope. Dr. Vance and Jace watched the reports, their minds racing. "This is only the beginning," she said. "The galaxy now knows not to take us lightly." The prototype rested in orbit, ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. Humanity had won, but vigilance was still necessary. The Alien Council convened in a distant system, the leaders grim and silent. They had laughed at Earth, mocked its technology, called it a failed design. Now, they feared it. They realized that small and underestimated worlds could hold immense power. Meanwhile, secret human colonies across nearby systems began reporting similar prototypes. Smaller, clever machines designed to defend and explore. Humanity's ingenuity was not limited to one ship, but spread across the stars. The galaxy would have to adjust to a new reality. Dr. Vance looked at the prototype one last time before leaving the control room. "We have done more than defend our planet," she said softly. "We have shown that humanity cannot be ignored." The team nodded, their pride quiet but immense. The stars above Earth shone brighter than ever, as if celebrating the triumph of a small world. The galaxy had reacted, not with laughter, But with awe and caution, humanity's journey was just beginning, and Project Origin had paved the way. As the sun rose over cities and forests, humans looked upward with hope, no longer mocked, no longer underestimated. The failed design had become a legend, a symbol of courage, intelligence, and determination. The galaxy would never forget Earth. And somewhere in the dark expanse of space, other civilizations whispered of Project Origin, fearful, respectful, and curious. Humanity had proven that even the smallest planet could hold the greatest power. The universe would watch, and Earth would be ready. Humanity may be small, but they had shown the galaxy their heart, their courage, and their strength. Project Origin was no longer just a ship. It was a promise, a warning, and a legend. The galaxy had reacted, and humanity had won.